is Annie Taylor, and I'm going to talk about that food is my addiction. It started when I came home from Iraq. So I spent 18 months deployed, and then I came home. The first month that I was home, I ate McDonald's for every single lunch. It tasted so good. I moved back to the States and very quickly got married and had checked into a new unit and didn't have any friends. And so I never really had a support system. And the thing is, food is always there. And McDonald's is always there. And it doesn't matter where you go, doesn't matter what state you're in, it's reliable. And you can depend on it. And if you're happy, you can go to McDonald's. If you're sad, you can go to McDonald's. If you want to punch somebody in the face, guess what? You can go to McDonald's. It doesn't matter what you're feeling. It's always there. In my search, I started to realize that I had abandonment issues. I would go through drive-thrus. I would get cash, first off, so that my husband couldn't see my charges, and then go through drive-thrus and eat in my car before I got home so that nobody knew that I ordered, a large fry and, a son of a Baconator with all the meat and bacon, Nobody has to know. I just eat it, right? But then I know, and then I feel like crap because I'm thinking, this isn't what I want. It's not what I want. 2, I felt better for, a moment, but now I feel worse. And 3, I'm hiding. I'm hiding something. And that makes you feel guilty. All of the knowledge in the world didn't help me. And I would say, I know what I need to do. I just need to do it. And I would go grocery shopping and buy everything on the good list, and I would plan my meals out and be ready, and I couldn't do it. I could not do it. And I would get so mad at myself, and I would say, if this is what you want, why can't you just do it? It doesn't make sense. If you have a goal and that's really what you want, then do what you have to do to get it. And it was this huge fight because it is what I want. I want to be healthy. I want to lose weight. I'm not trying to be super skinny. I met with my new primary care provider. He says, okay, well, what's your biggest health issue right now? I said, well, I guess my weight. So we talked about my weight, and he said, time and time again, year after year, they run tests, and the best diet is Weight Watchers. That's not what I thought he was going to say. And I was like, okay. So I go back to my brother, and he's like, well, what are you going to do? And I said, I don't know. And he said, but you know what to do. And I said, yeah, but I don't do it. He said, then you need to join. The biggest change came like 2 or 3 days after I had signed up. My daughter made a dessert, and so I tracked what her dessert was, and I put it in, and I could eat it because my points allowed for me to eat this. And that was the first time in about 10 years that I ate something, not a dessert, ate something without feeling guilty. That guilt, it weighs you down, and it drags you down, and then it makes this cycle go again and again and again. What I want is going to take work, long time work. I feel that because it is something that I rely on, that the journey is the rest of my life. I'm going to have to decide for the rest of my life, today, am I going to eat well?
For a reason I know that, hoping just to share some laughs, avoid the broken glass.
I am videotaping this as part of a class that I'm taking at USU. I felt like if I could talk about some of the issues that I faced as a teenager and I faced as an adult, that perhaps I might be able to help someone to seek out recovery. I have a food addiction. I have had a food addiction probably since I was a teen. I noticed others that had been losing weight and had received attention that I wanted. If I could lose 15 pounds in a month, I would just be thrilled. Everything would be wonderful. My life would be perfect. So I began watching what I ate, labeling foods in a way that was unhealthy. In fact, it came to the point where I felt guilty about any food that I put in my mouth. And so I would go and purge. I would vomit. It was so hard sometimes for me to gag myself that I would use syrup of Ipecac. I mean, I felt like food was poison. When you won't do it in front of others, that's something that's in your mind saying that's not right. I would exercise for hours a day, literally every day, and I would be angry with myself if I did less than 2 hours of exercise a day of aerobic activity, and somehow keep up with my AP classes and be the good girl at church. At a certain point after in my weight loss, I had a family friend and a doctor both confront me. I mean, I wasn't listening to anything they were saying. They were like, this is unhealthy, you shouldn't be doing this, it's gonna ruin your teeth, you're not looking healthy, you might be thin, but you're not looking healthy. And all I could see was that I still needed to lose weight. In my mind, the mirror was not projecting what I saw up here. But then they said, well, if you continue to do this, you may never have children, because you're at a point in your life where your reproductive system is developing and you may cause yourself to not be able to ever have children. That's what got to me. That's what finally hit me in the head. And I'm not saying that overnight I just stopped doing it. No, that wasn't the case. I had to learn to rethink how I thought about food. I had to go through periods, as any addict would, where you stumble and fall, and then you get back up and you try harder again. You have to learn to forgive yourself. If you know of someone that you notice that they have signs or symptoms of someone that is losing weight quickly, that is avoiding food, that will not eat in front of people, that you may go to the bathroom and realize that you smell vomit, like on a regular basis, talk to them. Let them know you love them. Be non-judgmental. Don't talk about their looks, because it really isn't about the looks. Recovery is possible. There are times when addicts slip and they have to get back up and start again. And we have to decide every single day what we're going to do. And if we mess up that day, and the next day we can try and do better. I hope that the sources that you find on this video will be helpful to you.